Out doing a little foraging today, and come across a pretty good little patch of wild garlic here. I'll turn the camera around and let you guys see what that's like. Alright, wild garlic is what we got going on here. If you look, you can see all those little bulblets inside that sheath. Hopefully that'll stay in focus. There you go. One thing else I want to talk to you about when I was talking about the last foraging video. I want you to look up down through here. You'll notice a lot of broadleaf plants here. This area gets mowed, but apparently it does not get sprayed. I've been watching this patch of garlic for a couple of weeks now. If this had been sprayed, all of these broadleaves like this morning glory and all that would be gone by now. So I am confident none of this gets sprayed. I'm going to pop a couple of these out of the ground. Use them for a little dinner later. And I think we'll talk about more of the plant once I get a couple of these out of the ground and moved into the truck. Just wanted to pull over the side of the road and show you this. This is obviously all been sprayed down through here. This was probably just sprayed just a couple of days ago. If I was guessing, probably no more than 3 days. And this is obvious herbicide damage. So this is what you're going to be looking for in your foraging adventures. All right, back to the shed with some of that garlic that I harvested earlier. Some of you are going to ask, how do I tell the different garlics from each other and how I tell onions from garlic? So here we go. This is the top of that wild garlic that I harvested earlier. Let's get rid of that light because it's causing problems. All right, notice these little pink flowers on here, and this top is composed of a whole bunch of little tiny bulblets. Let me get one of these pulled off here so you can see what one of them look like. All right, there's just a whole bunch of little bulblets up there. This is another way that this plant propagates. You're going to ask, what's the difference between wild garlic and field garlic? Field garlic normally doesn't have this dense of a head. The flowers are a little bit different, but you know, when we're talking about using this to eat, we really don't care whether it's field garlic or whether it's wild garlic like this is. All right, bulblets on top, very full. The flowers are just a little bit different. You really need both for comparison. But the flowers are a little, the head is a little less dense, and the flowers are a little bit different on field garlic. I'm going to cut this stem for you, and here's where the two actually diverge a little bit. Yes. Where the hell is my camera? There we go. If you will notice, since it's not going to stay into focus, these stems are not hollow. They're almost hollow. They kind of got a little, not quite full. That's because this is a plant that's way past maturity. Normally the stalks, you can tell the difference and as to how thin and straight they are. Get one here that's a little bit easier to see. Can we see this? No, because it's not going to focus on it. Of course not. All right. Anyway, field garlic, solid stems, or field garlic, hollow stems, and much more of that onion kind of look for it. It's a thin skin kind of thing. Wild garlic, not as hollow, and it'll go almost all the way solid if you get the right. All right, my camera felt the need to cut out on me. I do not know why. Back to where we're talking about the stems. What we've got here, this is the lower half of that wild garlic. You'll see it's got a pretty thick stalk on the inside before it gets to that hollow section. Go down here at the bottom, and you can see that's all the way solid. With field garlic, think wild onions, and the stems will be thin and pretty much hollow all the way through. We talked about the top. This is the bulblets. This is a propagation head. Each one of these little bulblets will fall off and cause a new plant if they're lucky. This is what it looks like when you cut that bulblet on the bottom. This is where we differentiate from onions. You know, onions are made in layers, like Shrek says. And you'll have those rings if you cut it across. All right, with garlic, you're going to see those typical garlic cloves in there. All right, so we know this is a garlic, no rings. All right. What happens is these stems, they're not going to have that real strong garlicky or onion smell. It's going to be a really light smell until you either crush one of these bulblets, or until you crush or cut one of these cloves open, and then you're going to get that really strong garlic smell. That differentiates this from onion, where you're actually going to have the strong smell even in the leaves. So that's really about all I've got to say with garlic. You can use this culinarily just like you would use garlic from the store. Cook it in whatever you want, in sauces, on your food, whatever like that. Medicinally, garlics and onions, all of the Allium family have been used for colds and fevers and flus and things like that, and probably a couple hundred other uses depending on how you prepare them and what you use them for, and what particular type of folklore you're learning. It's even been garlic has actually even been said to be a folk cure for cancer. I don't know, I've never had cancer to cure, so I really don't know. That's really all I've got for today. So that's really all I've got. So I'm going to go ahead and edit this thing up. I don't really do that much editing. I'll just put the clips together and call it good. And I'll see you guys in the woods. So thanks for all your views. Thank you for your support. And jump on over and see all my friends. If you go to my main YouTube, the channel page, it'll have my friends listed over on the side. So that's really about it. Take care.